All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Go! Mike, ready? Look at it. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Check. Right to the 3. Check. 55 to Mike.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready. Right there in the middle. 55. Get that quarterback here, Lloyd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And he will have a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's make these babies cry.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They go with Chubb on second down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Go! Mike, 55.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go! 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 21. Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 19. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, baby.
Watson on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. Ready? 180. 55. I can't believe they let you play.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
You better be afraid of me.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A toss play to Chubb. And bulldozing his way through. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, barreling in for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Texans' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready? Ready? I got it.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This is fielded inside the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready? Ready?
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready? Ready? 51 Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, right side, complete to Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
20. 55, hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Hey! That's rock now.
Here's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got 6.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check it back. Check it back. Let's go.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Newton covers that time by Aaron Colvin. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They run. Chubb. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's third and goal.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's third down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Freeman. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Switch. Rush in.
Watson now going to run the option right. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
You can't block me. You too far.
Freeman again. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Trying to get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, Newton. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 19. 19. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 1st down, Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson now to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, check. Great. 951. Better bring it. 20.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. 180. 55. Check 55. Mike. It's just me and you. It's just 8.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slimly, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To the air yet again, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Get up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time. And another first down.
13 more yards. That's another Texans first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Alert flare. Check. Alert. Hatchet.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Gun. Mike 55. I'm here all day.
Newton to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Mike, this is it. All day, all day.
And they will take a knee here.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Houston, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.